Welcome back to Living 808. SIP Systems is revolutionizing the construction industry in Hawaii and beyond. And here to tell us more about what they do is Brian Enomoto, partner and co-founder of SIP Systems Hawaii. Aloha.
Aloha. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thanks so much for being here because this is really interesting and I love how it helps the environment as well. So we're going to talk a bit about that. But first tell us about SIP Systems. What are SIPs?
Okay, so SIPs are structural insulated panels. They have OSB or oriented strand board on one side and then EPS foam in the middle. They are pre-engineered panels that show up kind of like Lego blocks that help revolutionize building as far as speed, strength, and environmental factors.
Oh, neat. And what are some advantages, I guess, of using those if you're building your home or any other construction project?
So first off, I like to think of it as a high-performance building material. So traditionally, when you're building, you would use stick framing and you have structure every 16 inches and you're point loading every one of those. When you're using SIPs, what you're actually getting is load sharing throughout the whole panel. So the OSB on both sides is laminated to the EPS that creates shear walls. And so when you join all of them, it creates an extremely strong structure that has withstand earthquakes in Kobe, hurricanes in Florida, and we actually have pictures in Oklahoma where a whole house was lifted up off of its foundation in a tornado and moved to the side, and they were able just to lift it back up and crane it back on.
Wow.
So the first thing is strength, and we know the codes are changing in Hawaii, so they want them hurricane resilient. And they also want energy efficiency, and so that has made building in Hawaii much more expensive. For SIPs, with our continuous insulation, we're up to 60% more energy efficient, and we're 2 times as strong as traditional building for vertical point loading and vertical uniform loading, and then wind rating, we're extremely strong compared to traditional building.
Awesome. And you mentioned, you know, the energy savings, which is wonderful. Let's talk a little bit more about the environmental benefits of using SIPs.
So from start to finish, SIPs are one of the greenest ways to build your house. So it starts from where we source our trees, and that's we get small diameter trees that are reforested really quickly. The EPS foam is actually 100% recyclable. It's been steam expanded. And at the end of the life of that project, you can actually take a hot knife, cut that out, and recycle the whole foam on that. 99% of that panel is either used or recycled in the manufacturing process. So when we look at job site waste, you'll see containers full of 2x that actually get cut, thrown away, and those are going into our landfill. When you look at SIPs, and at the end, you'll look at our bin, and we have almost no waste, and that'd be a huge benefit to Hawaii on that side. When it comes to carbon footprint, we're 45% less than traditional building, and like I had mentioned before, we're 60% more energy efficient. We have models that we've done on the mainland where we actually built 18 homes, and we were able to power 2 cars on each one of those, and also 54 more homes. So if we look at that and the impact it would have in Hawaii if we're building communities, what we could have is totally energy independent homes where you don't have energy bills, you wouldn't have gas, and if we had ride sharing programs, now you'd be saving on energy, car insurance, car payment, and gas bills. So it would allow for more small local businesses to thrive.
And that could be huge for local families.
Correct.
I mean, that's amazing. Not only just great for the environment, but great for families' wallets as well.
Correct. Our big thing with SIP Systems is uluwehi, or a thriving ecosystem. And what we really feel like is missing in Hawaii right now is actually the workforce housing and being able to afford something. And it's kind of crazy to think that affordable might be around $500,000 or $400,000, but really we need to create those so we have the young generation that sees hope and they want to come work and be able to afford a house, which is the American dream. And that's pretty crazy. I mean, when we look at Iam Tongi and you're looking, he had to move away and how much talent he has. And we want to retain that talent in Hawaii.
Yeah, we don't want people being priced out of paradise, as they say.
It is heartbreaking.
And I mean, obviously, there's so many benefits of this, and that includes the streamlining of the building process. So how exactly does SIPs help do that and save contractors time and money?
Sure. So they come pre-engineered. And so what that means is they come in panels for your house, if you think of it kind of like Lego building. And your windows and doors are already cut out, so that's saving you on time on that part. The nice part is we're not hurting the trades. We actually really want those good paying jobs in Hawaii. But what we want is we want certain things to be streamlined in prefab, but we want site fabrication. So the trades, the carpenters are still putting all of this together. We're just more efficient. And one of the things that we know is that there was a 2019 state-sponsored study that showed we need 50,000 housing units in Hawaii by 2025. And we can really only make about 2,000 units. And so we need to become more efficient. When we look at technology across the board, everyone has improved the way they make things. If we look at cars, it'd almost be like using a Model T Ford today, right? And we haven't made that change because we've been stick framing since 1877. And this is kind of taking the construction industry and just teaching it a new tool to make things faster and easier. By joining panels like this, we can put houses together in days instead of weeks and months.
And I mean, not just throwing them together, I mean, also more resilient homes as well.
Correct.
More efficient homes. That's so great. So if people are interested in that, you know, they want their next home to be built by it or any other project, how do we get in touch with you guys?
Yeah, please visit our website, and I think it's info@sipsystems.com. Sipsystemshawaii.com, and please look us up, and I'll get back to you as fast as I can.
Wonderful. And we'll have a link to your website on our website as well at kh12.com, so you can get in touch. But thanks so much for joining us. Really interesting.
Thank you so much.
Very cool that you're revolutionizing the construction industry here.
Thank you very much.
I'm excited to see what the coming years bring, too.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome.